Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is nuts. This can't be real. Right after I finished the previous video and I edited everything and it was done, I went to work and right then they decided to reveal these new cards, these new strides, and oh my god, it is insane. You probably already have seen it, but it was pretty damn frustrating, the fact that I couldn't do this video anytime sooner. And my god, if you aren't up to date with what's happening, multi-attack Dimension Police with crits, Fides in Shadow Paladin, and Neo Nectar got his own build your own field however you want stride with multi-attacks. It's pretty goddamn insane. It's fucking ridiculous, and sorry for me swearing, but I'm just so excited for pieces of cardboard, and the fact that that is something that's happening right now for me and for basically anybody in the community that's somewhat interested in premium says enough how insane these reveals in this set is going to be. So let's get right into it, shall we? You know what? Screw the intro. Let's jump right into these things, as it's just too insane. And I already stated what's going on. We got the official stride reveal for Shadow Paladin, for Morfessa. We got the Max for not Nova Grappler, Dimension Police, sorry Chris, and we've got the one for Neo Nectar, Katrina, the one that I'm most excited about. And you probably already seen the videos of Solemn Vanguard, Maxime, and Chris of Different Fight. But I'm gonna go over the Morfessa and Dimax a little bit, just to give my own personal take and points about the card itself. As seen as they haven't really discussed about the potential of Katrina, that's what we're going to do today on this channel. So first off, let's go into the big one, the first that was revealed, and that's Drag Principal Morfessa. When this card was leaked or shown, I just went nuts, because she has two skills, and her first skill is act on Vanguard Circle, once per turn, cost, counterblast 1, turn a card in your G zone face up, retire 2 of your rear guards, then you draw 2 cards, and until the end of your turn, all trigger units in your drop zone are considered grade 1s. For those who are wondering why is that significant, in Premium we have Ritual, and Ritual means the amount of grade 1s in your drop zone. So Ritual 5 means that you need to have 5 grade 1s in your drop zone to activate that skill. So this one immediately helps with all Ritual skills and conditions, as for that turn everything from a trigger is then also a grade 1. So that's pretty damn sick already, and the fact that you can just retire 2 rear guards and draw 2 is also pretty big, in the sense that when you go early game and fill out your field with all non-useful useful cards like the main, you can then instantly sack those to get some draw 2 cards. Not only do you fill out your drop zone with extra potential grade 1s, you also get some potential new key units that are very useful later down the road or for this specific turn. But the thing that makes this card actually pretty damn busted and insane is her second skill, and that's Continuous of Vanguard Circle, Ritual 10. All units in your front row get power plus 15k and critical plus 1. And when your opponent would call guardians from his or her hand, he or she must call 2 or more at the same time. This is basically Fides given to Shadow Paladin, give all the units more power and also crits. It's like saying, you know what? Fides was basically almost a broken card in a not really good clan or archetype with a very low consistency rate. Let's give it to a very powerful and consistent clan, and let's make it even more powerful. That's basically what this is. It's so insane, because that Ritual 10, it might sound very hard to have 10 grade 1s in your drop zone for your grade 1 for your very first try turn, but that isn't really that hard to believe that it's possible, as I have seen a lot of Ritual players and a lot of Luard players getting Ritual 6, 7, 8 on their first try turn, and with the addition to the first skill that can turn every grade 0 into grade 1s, that's even more likely to happen. And that's pretty damn insane. And don't forget, Shadow Paladin has access to multi-attack with the ritual build, as they can run Dakda, if I'm saying that grade 2's name correctly, that can on attack retire something and then go off. And mind you, this is a continuous skill, so you can also activate it mid-battle, that you suddenly increase the attack for 10k and a crit, because you maybe sack a unit and then get 10 grade 1s to your drop zone. What's also great about this card is that it fills a niche in Shadow Paladin, besides that it's already a broken card. It also fixes a consistency issue. When Shadow Paladin doesn't really have a good enough ritual number, there is no real good point into going into any stride. So maybe you have ritual 2 and you cannot really activate anything. It's basically a wasted turn. You just want the stride to have the extra power and the triple drive, and that's it. Going into this thing can fix a lot, because by sacking 2 rearguards and drawing 2, you potentially fill out your drop zone even more with units, but also you have maybe 1 or 2 grade 0s already in your drop zone, and when those turns into grade 1s, you might not have access to a more powerful ritual stride unit, but all your rearguards ritual skills might suddenly go active and live at that moment, and then suddenly a very weak first stride turn that's basically only 2 stride for power suddenly turns into a combo featured attack turn that does something. It provides with pressure, and that makes this card even more insane when you think about it. It fixes a niche when it's inconsistent, and when you are going nuts, that thing is going to be nuts. So yeah, pretty damn insane. Then next up we've got Strongest Command Chief, Final Dimax DX. And this is the golden boy for Dimension Police, and his skill is Auto and Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, cost, turn a card in your G-Zone face up, put all your rested rearguards into your soul, reveal the top 7 cards of your deck, call to rearguard circles up to the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone from the highest power in order, shuffle your deck, and if you put 4 units into your soul for this card cost, until end of turn, all your units get power plus 10k and a critical plus 1. So basically it's multi-attack in Dimension Police, as you can attack with your rearguards first, then attack with the Vanguard, put everything into the soul, and then call out a lot of new units if you do it late game when you have enough cards open your G-Zone. So to clarify for those who don't really understand how this card works, is that you attack with all your rearguards, so they're rested, they attack with your Vanguard and put all rested rearguards into your soul. Then you reveal the top 7 cards of your deck and arrange them basically by power from highest base power to lowest base power. And you call the strongest one first and then go down the chain until you go to the lowest. And you can keep calling for each card that's open in your G-Zone. So if you have 2 G-Zone cards face up, you call the 2 strongest. And then if 3, you call the 3 strongest, so on, so on, and so on. And if you had 4 rested rearguards and you put them all into the soul, then everything from that point gets plus 10k and a crit. So yeah, it's pretty damn nuts. And although I'm not really familiar with Dimension Police, it already is a pretty good card in the fact that you can multi-attack. But besides that, I cannot really give you any more explanation about the cards, as I'm not really that familiar with the deck itself, also not with the matchup against it. If you want a more better insight analysis about the Dimax card, I highly recommend you to go to Different Fights video and check it out, because he has a 10-minute video all about this card. What kind of interactions it works, what is good about the card, what is bad about the card, and how it might function in potential future builds. So if you're interested for that, go check out this video. It's a good watch. Now, let's go to the card that I'm actually excited about, and I can talk a little bit more in depth about the potential of this card. And that is Pure Sacred Girl Green Katrina. And oh god, this is the one that got me most excited and really hyped for this set and potential future support. Because her skills are Auto and Vanguard Circle, when placed, cost, turn a card in your G-Zone face up, call up to the same amount of plant tokens onto your rearguard circle as the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone. And until end of turn, this unit gets continuous Vanguard Circle, all your plant tokens get power plus 10k. So you basically create more plant tokens, and every plant token is now suddenly 15k attacker or booster. That's already actual pretty damn good, as it synergizes with the standard concept, but also a little bit with premium. But when we see at the second skill, then everything changes completely. Auto and Vanguard Circle, when it attacks, search your deck for units up to the number of plant tokens and call them to rearguard circles. It doesn't restrict anything. So that means you can call whatever you want. And the first thing that came to my mind was Asha. This is going to be nuts when we combine it with Bloom, as you can then bloom whatever you want. You can fill, if you have 4 plant tokens, you can then call 4 Katrinas from your deck and call them all to the field, and they're all gonna bloom like 16 times or something, and that is a lot of power. So, and there are a lot of interesting combinations you can do. The combos for Bloom Asha with this stride is pretty damn insane. And if you look at her first skill, you need to flip up any card. If you want to go with the Bloom Asha build, you can then flip open one of the original Asha strides, so that will work in combination with Inglorious Bloom Asha if you want to go to that one later down the road to have a crit power and more bloom potential and more superior call effect. So you can work all kinds of different ways. It synergizes a lot with the old Bloom mechanic and the Bloom cards. And as soon as you can call whatever you want, you can also run maybe 1-offs and 2-offs, because you can just search it out with this skill. And that's pretty damn nuts. But you can also look at the standard stuff with all the plant token generation and look at how this can work with that, as it gives 10k to all plant tokens. If you use the Pensy Musketeer, that generates a plant token when it's called. If you call her with the second skill, it generates another plant token, and that plant token is another 15k on the field. So there are a lot of interesting interactions you can do. You can go for a Musketeer route with this card. You can go for a more Bloom focus route. You can also maybe try a hybrid version. It is insane, and the combos that are basically endless what you can do. And I'm so excited for this, as this is basically what I had hoped and more for the stride for Katrina, as the only thing that I wanted was a resurrection of the old playstyle of the Bloom era. If you have watched a video from 1 or 2 weeks ago about my favorite decks, you know that the old Bloom deck was basically my second favorite deck in whole Vanguard that I've played over the couple of years that I played Vanguard. But as I'm excited as I am right now, it's not the number 1 deck. My number 1 deck was Time Leap. And if this is already something for Katrina for Neo Nectar, what the hell are we going to get for Gear Chronicle? I mean, just the thought of it makes me very excited, and it's just something I just can't wait to hope when they're gonna review History Maker, as that thing can go nuts. That can be nuts. And I hope it's gonna be nuts. So definitely expect some premium content or deck profiles or combo videos when this set is gonna be dropping, as I'm very excited for premium right now. And basically, even if I am excited for premium, the one that's more of standard focus and doing premium somewhat on the side, but a little distant itself from, if even I am excited about it, you can probably guess that a lot of people are excited about it, and especially people that are already passionate about premium. This set is gonna be bonkers about it. It's probably, and if everything is gonna be on the same quality as this, and we got a lot to go, and probably the next coming days and weeks are gonna be very exciting for everybody in the Vanguard community, and probably gonna be a very tough couple of weeks for me, Different Fight, Solemn Vanguard, and anybody that's doing Vanguard content, as there is a lot going on right now. But there are some extra things that I want to showcase that was revealed with the same leaks of the magazine, and that were the Imaginary Rights artwork, and you can see them right here. I am very, very excited about the Masonic Lord Blaster version of Aichi, as that one is so damn good. That's a really nice artwork, and I really like that. If I get my hands on even one of the Imaginary Rares, I hope it's that one, as that is a really nice version. And we also got some extra reveals for the Light of Salvation, Logic of Destruction, and the Heroic Evolution extra booster set, but I'm not gonna cover them in this video or in a particular video down the road, except for when we do the set breakdowns. But if you want to see my take on the cards, my analysis and my review of them, if you're interested in that and you want to read it, then you can go to my Patreon, as I'm gonna post it on the Patreon page itself. But if you can wait for that review, then probably in a month's time or in 2 months' time, when the set is going to be dropped, I'm gonna do a full I'm gonna do a full set review on all the cards, so they're bound to get covered as well. But that's basically it for today. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, as I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna basically chill down, as this is too excited. Basically, just finished working and I haven't even taken a breath, and I still need to edit this video, and it will take some time and a couple of hours before it's up to YouTube. So you might think, why is he still excited even though it's a couple of hours ago that the shit was released? Then you know why. And well, basically I want to know what your thoughts about these cards are, and if you are as excited as me am, as I am, basically anything that you're hoping for and which cards you're mostly looking forward to. I'm very curious on what those cards are. As always, this video was provided by the awesome guys over at Patreon, Priest and John Edmondson. You guys are amazing and supporting me doing this stuff and basically providing you guys with all these videos. If you do want to support me, then go to patreon.com/VanguardInsider and become a patron today. You also get access to those reviews of those upcoming cards that I'm discussing, as they are only accessible for patrons. Lowest ranked patrons get access to them, so only for $1 it's already accessible. But with that said, I'm Mr. Time Leap, and I see you guys in the next one. Jesus Christ, man, this is insane.